"Where's Tom? Where's Daniel?" And he said, "So how did you start doing this?" And it kind of made me reflect on the first IIW at Hillside, which a number of you were at. There were probably at least a couple dozen people in the room who were at Hillside. And if you think back to that time, if you weren't there, I mean, it was very different from this meeting because it was largely a brawl, a polite brawl, but a brawl nonetheless, where everybody was just, you know, "Your protocol can't do that." "Oh, yes, it can." It was, but it was the start. And my students asked me yesterday as we were going over to Costco to pick up some water and stuff for today, you know, what are you thinking about IIW? What are your reflections? And one of the things that I came up with as I was thinking about that is that it's not like Hillside anymore. There's no brawl. And it's not even like it was a year ago where everybody was going, "Oh, okay, well, let's go build this to make these two things go together." And I don't know that we've necessarily moved past all of that, but in some ways, there's a lot more just acceptance of the idea that there is this internet-wide identity that's going to happen. And I think, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but, you know, OpenID and SAML and CardSpace have kind of come out of the races, as it were, moving forward. And there could be new ideas. If you got a new idea, great. You know, next time come overall, it would be great. But so we're kind of past that stage of deciding what to do and what's going to happen, and moving into stages where a lot of the sessions are more about little details, right? It's like, okay, well, how are we going to revoke open IDs and those kinds of issues, which I think is good. One of the questions I have for this group, I mean, you're certainly free to voice it now, but you also just, you know, talk to Kalia and I or send us an email, is where should this go? I mean, even should it go forward? I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm just asking you as a community, what are we doing? Has IIW served its purpose in the sense that it got us through this stage and now there's something else happening? Is it still serving your needs from the wrap up? It sounds like it is, but, you know, only the people who have something good to say usually stand up. But, you know, they're too nice to tell Kalia, you know, this was really a sucky conference. Nobody ever says that. But, you know, if you think that and you think, gee, you know, I'm done, I'm not coming anymore, let us know, because if you're not coming anymore, we'd sure like to know before we schedule the next one. But my feeling is that people are still finding value here, and that value is different than it was, you know, in past times, but there is still things moving forward. I certainly got a lot out of it, and I hope you did. If, you know, please let us know, because we really try and get as close to the community as possible. I mean, frankly, I do this just because I think this is important, and I know Kalia does that too, and so we would like to keep doing it and doing it in a way that serves your needs. Charles.